Hi everyone. Today I wanted to talk to you about reforming campaign finance laws. First, how are political campaigns financed? There are many ways an individual or a group of individuals can contribute to political campaigns. First is through contributions made to political candidates. Second is through contributions made to political action committees and to political party committees. And thirdly is to other groups like super PACs and 527 groups. So what I propose today is that Congress act in two ways to solve the problem caused by political finance laws. First, Congress shall pass the 28th Amendment, barring all corporations from being considered as individuals. Secondly, Congress shall also pass stricter campaign finance regulations to further limit the amounts given to campaigns and other political groups. So the problems that the current campaign and finance laws cause are that current laws allow corruption in the election process. Furthermore, as corporations can be treated as individuals, corporations are allowed to spend any kind of money in order to further their own goals, interests, and bottom line. So how do the current laws affect our democracy? The current system of campaign finance, 527 groups and super PACs can spend any amount of money on behalf of candidates. Because these organizations cannot be coordinated with their work with political campaigns and cannot expressly support or oppose specific candidates, they are not subject to the same laws by the FEC. Elections become more focused on corporations and their interests than the issues important to the people. So some of the consequences corporations have of being treated as individuals are that corporations are free to exercise any rights, same as individuals, without the same amount of accountability or repercussions. Corporations, for example, use these rights to exercise their First Amendment right in order to make contributions to elections, campaigns, and candidates. Doing so without enough oversight allows corporations to keep using their money in order to influence elections and the democratic process itself. So what we're dealing with here is a structural inherency. The current laws and regulations for campaign finance are insufficient in order to stop corruption in the election process, and are insufficient because they allow super PACs and 527 groups to remain unlimited in how they spend their money and how much they collect. Because of this, the government has given unchecked powers to corporations. So in our plan, we say that Congress shall pass a new amendment to the Constitution that excludes corporations from being treated as individuals under the Constitution. Congress shall also pass new regulations through the Federal Elections Commission in order to limit individual contributions made to campaigns and groups to $100 per person and per organization. Furthermore, they will include provisions that limit contributions to other groups such as super PACs, PACs, and 527 groups to $2,500 per individual. Other provisions will include forcing PACs, super PACs, and 527 groups to be more transparent about where their contributions are coming from, who it is that is contributing this money, and how much is being contributed, as well as how they are using that money. As far as enforcement and timeline, this reform shall be rolled out over the next 2 years, starting in 2021. On the first year, Congress shall pass the 28th Amendment that excludes corporations from being treated as individuals. In 2022, Congress shall pass the new regulations to the FEC that limit campaign contributions. As far as enforcement goes, fines and possible jail time shall be levied against any perpetrators who do not follow these new regulations. So as far as increasing regulation goes, this saves the democratic process because people will be more informed on which campaigns are funded by which groups and which people. There will also be more transparency and a more level playing field for people because they will have more chances to have their voices heard because they can spend the same amount of money as any other group or corporation. So doing all of this allows elections to be more focused on real issues that voters face as opposed to just the interests of corporations and other special interest groups. Giving back power to the people and restoring accountability to the actions taken by companies, corporations can no longer exercise their right to free speech without scrutiny. They become more vulnerable to regulation when it comes to how much and how their money is used to influence elections. with all this new checks to the power of corporations, they will not be able to influence the government, elections, or the democratic process. Some other additional advantages to our plan are the fact that individuals that run corporations can be held more accountable for misdeeds by the corporation itself. More people will be encouraged to vote because there will be an increase in confidence in the elections and the process itself. And corrupt politicians will be easier to spot than ever before. So in conclusion, with all the problems that my proposal addresses, I hope that you consider my proposal as the only solution to truly solve the issues with the current system of campaign finance law and finally erase corruption from our government. Thank you.